Well, I'm no longer in Asia. Times have moved on and I've got myself wow, stunning. It is Milan, so got myself a cheeky 13-hour flight to Milan. Thought I'd stop off in one place before I head off back to England, and yeah, just gonna check out Milan a bit. Got ambitions of going to watch the football, so I'm actually being a bit long-winded and going to the stadium the day before to buy the ticket. Hopefully I'll be able to do that, and then I'll have some footage to go along with some stunning buildings. I'm just got off the metro. I'm about 20 minutes away from this place. It's called Duomo, quite possibly. I literally just checked Google Maps. This is what I've been doing all over the place. Check Google Maps, find the big buildings which are quite prominent on the Google Maps, and then just head off that direction. And that's just minimal research needed, and you get to all the main bits. I'm not going to spend hours researching. I know some people do that, but I just know people like Milan, so I went, and it was a direct flight from Hong Kong, so this is why I'm here. And I've never been here, so it's got all the fashionable shops, you know. Milan, people know the reputation, fashion and stunning architecture, which I guess is probably my main reason to walk around. Definitely won't be buying any Gucci, Prada, etc. And I've seen all that in Hong Kong, and I didn't go in the shops there either. But I imagine they'll be a bit busier here. I suppose now I've got the camera out, I've got to go check out just where I was before. See, add the miles on. You see, there's miles done behind this camera that you don't see. There's never any justice done on the video, but it is stunning, and scenery wise, compared to Asia, I've certainly seen some sights. Hong Kong was stunning, but how do you rank these things? Have I been all the way around Asia and not seen anything this impressive? It's quite possible. It is quite possible. I've arrived in Milan, and it's the Duomo di Milano, the church, right? It is glorious. I don't. It's European, isn't it? It's obviously very different to Asia. I'm trying to think. I went to Ho Chi Minh's mausoleum. That was impressive. And the whole of Hong Kong was just insane. Well, it was actually insane. I think maybe just the contrast is just making me so impressed by it all. Didn't miss those. The old rats with wings. Yeah, time to move on to the next spot. I think I need some brekkie, I need some coffee, and I'm really keen to just go to the San Siro and try and get a ticket. As much as I want to explore the town as well, the centre, it's tomorrow, the game's tomorrow, so I need to try and get a ticket ASAP. Just this whole area is stunning, actually. It has a very, wow, old school, cool Italian vibe, and It makes me laugh thinking about all the people who go to Hoi An and think, you know, Hoi An is this incredible place. You're joking, mate. You haven't seen like beautiful places if you think Hoi An is amazing. And I'm not saying it's like shocking and you won't enjoy yourself, but these buildings, these streets, you know, just the stone roads. This is beauty. This is more beautiful than Hoi An, without a doubt. Right, this bad boy is called the Castle Fresco, and yeah, very nice. I'm racking out these spots like quick time. I'm dying for some food. I checked some of the restaurants out and I nearly had a heart attack. Like just down that street, and it's clearly like one of the nicest areas in Milan. Not that I know, but I mean, just look at it. And look at the prices of the breakfast. I nearly fainted. It was 27 euros for like some salmon and eggs and toast. Absolute madness. That's like in my area by the hotel, you can get pretty reasonably priced food, but not down here apparently. Oh, this absolutely stinks of chlorine. You could smell it a mile off. Very nice, however. I'm gonna go check out this castle. And it is early, but it's so quiet. It's before 9 o'clock. It's insanely quiet compared to the places I've been. It's just dead, really. Feels like it. Feels a bit like Hiroshima, like walking around the main spots there. It just didn't feel like there was a lot of people around. And I was going to a castle, funnily enough. And yeah, it's nice. It's really nice to be somewhere different. To be in Europe feels great, actually. And I said it in my last video, when I go to Asia again, who bloody knows, because I want to go check out America. Or maybe more of Europe. This is kind of tempting me. Calves need some food. Dying for food. Look, this has got to be like one of the biggest tourist spots in Milan. I'm going to say that. I'm going to put it out there. Not many people floating around. But yeah, very, very cool. It's cool to be up and about early before everyone else. It's another one of them, really. I'm actually like blown away by the beauty here. And I know a lot of people, it's not that I've done a lot of research, but you know, you hear things, you think things, like by reputation, TV, that sort of thing. And wow, I mean, it is stunning, stunningly beautiful. Trying to think, like how many places in Asia was I stunned by the beauty? Probably quite a few. I feel like when I actually go place to place, that I'm just like, wow, this is beautiful, this is beautiful, no, this is beautiful. Funnily enough, Tokyo, I was a bit like that, mainly for the shopping, because the unique shopping was so cool. But like most of Japan, Hiroshima I loved. Oh god, you see what I mean? It's just you go to these places and You get blown away by one and you think it's better than the others, but they were good in their own way, every single one. There are ones at the bottom of the list. I'll have to do a list when I get back of the best and the worst. But noticeable points. The greenery. You just don't get this lush greenery out in Asia, not the places I went anyway. And I went a fair amount. Hong Kong was beautifully pristine and had some grass, heavily watered, you know, it takes a lot of maintenance, whereas here it's just there. And the smells, it's currently April, towards the end of April, and I can smell all these different trees and pollen and like, wow, it's just so really floral actually. I'm not even standing particularly by anything at all. And look at these trees. Love nature, nature's the one. I was stunned by trees out in Asia as well, but I don't know what it is. But yeah, I'm a Milan fan now. Did Hanoi stun me for its beauty? Not really. Did Hualong Bay stun me for its beauty? No, it didn't. Look at the size of this dog. I don't know if you can see that. It's an absolute monster. Yeah, Vietnam. Da Nang actually stunned me for its beauty. Da Nang did. Did Ho Chi Minh stun me? Yeah. No, it did. It did, to be fair. Ho Chi Minh. I gotta give it a plus. It was Da Nang and Ho Chi Minh my favourite spots. And the Trang certainly didn't. It was too small. Yeah, and smoking is still cool in Europe in general. Cigarettes don't cost a lot like in Asia, but I think that's one good thing actually about England is the prices are so high that I think smoking is a lot less common. Certainly everyday smoking. Yeah, so really I'm just comparing in my head like all the different places. Kind of feels like the end of an era coming back to Europe. But I'm actually very, very pleased to be here. Very pleased. And I've spent a lot of time in Asia previously, before that last trip in China, and I loved China. And it was a different stage of your life, you know, but really what is killing the thought of Asia for me is the air pollution, Vietnam's burning of garbage. Oh my god, so bad, so bad. Yeah, I need to start making some videos that are a bit more structured as well, whereas I've just been kind of rambling. I do think structure is needed to make a bit of a higher quality video instead of just walking around. Look at this site, I'm rambling, talking out of my rear end. I'm not saying it's irrelevant thoughts, but you got to give yourself a title and like give the watcher some interesting points. I don't know. I'll try and make some better videos at some point. I know they've not been completely blowing the world out of the park, but certainly kept me busy and I've enjoyed it. Well, this is where this walk has taken me. It's pretty much a straight line and I've knocked out 3 big spots in Milan already. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Really beautiful. I think it's time, really, to now go find some decent food. Some reasonably priced decent food. Hopefully. I don't think that's really part of Milan's mandate, not the centre anyway. Right, I hope you enjoyed that very, very quick trip in Milan. I certainly did, and as you may well have realised, I said it was beautifully stunning many, many times, or something of that ilk. But I just want to say thank you if you have watched. I really appreciate that. And if you have watched any of my other videos, you have done superbly well. If not, go check them out. This is the end of my first travel series. Will I travel again? Absolutely, without a doubt. I will be looking into doing some social commentary. Really is the direction I'm gonna head now. So it'll include all sorts of stuff, and just come check out. Escape from the system. Follow along, and I will strive to make good content for you. Thank you. Goodbye.